You're tuned to the Uncle Scugger Radio Network. You're tuned to the Uncle Scugger Radio Network.
We're live.
And good morning.
Good morning to you, buddy Bob.
You're not live. You're not live.
It says we're live right up there in the left-hand side.
We're live.
What makes you say we're not live?
I can't hear you, so let's do this. Now talk.
How about now?
Yes.
And here we are again.
Mr. Producer's got to unmute the microphone.
Well, it usually does it on its own.
No, it doesn't. You have to unmute it. Anyway, good morning. Here we are.
Good morning and welcome.
It's practical nonsense.
That's right. Several incoherent ramblings, one tangent, another tangent, and possibly a third unexpected tangent.
I had a friend this morning call the show useless bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not offended by that.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not
I
offended
mean,
by that. I
practical nonsense, I think, is the
just a nicer way of
say it.
Useless
Right.
knowledge.
Useless knowledge.
That's what I always call it. I don't understand why certain pieces of knowledge stick in my brain, but stuff that's functional and useful doesn't.
Yeah, that's me too.
It escapes me, you know.
I usually can memorize the useless stuff. But
Yeah.
how you doing, man? Haven't seen you since last week.
I've been busy, and like I just like working here and there, this many hours on Friday, this many hours on Saturday, work, all different hours and stuff. So I've been busy, but I did have a great weekend. I enjoyed the sports
Yeah.
this weekend. The baseball World Series, it wrapped up, and even though we didn't have a dog in the fight, man.
Yeah, LA ended up winning 7 games. It went.
Yeah, but I mean, before the series started, a lot of people, including me, didn't think Toronto stood a chance.
And they went that
they
far.
went 7
they went right to
games,
the
and
end. Yeah.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., oh my goodness, he could have almost been the MVP on the losing team. He was that good. But
Really, yeah.
the
I was
Dodgers,
watching the highlights of it.
they get the best team money can buy.
Well, and that's it. It's all about
You know,
money. But I know Geddy Lee, he tried hard to get his team to win.
Yeah.
He was at every game, sitting right behind home plate.
Behind home plate, yeah, you can't miss them.
No, he's there. But hey, congratulations to LA, and hey, congratulations to Toronto too, man. They made it there. They were there,
Yeah.
and went 7. So
No, it was like I said, it was a great World Series. They had an 18-inning game, which is basically 2 games,
Huge.
which means they played an 8-game series,
Yeah.
technically.
right.
Then they had the game 7 went into 12 innings. The pitcher Yamamoto for the Dodgers won the MVP.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Dude pitched like 12
The guy's crazy.
scoreless innings. He's
He's
just
just really good.
with no rest come out and did it again. But Ohtani there in game 3 in the series before, in game 3, the dude pitched, got 10 strikeouts and allowed 1 run in 7 innings, and then hit 3 home runs, one longer and deeper than the last.
Yeah, that's right. Because in the National League, the pitchers have to.
Well,
bat,
no.
right?
Not anymore.
Oh no.
They switched over to the designated hitter a couple years ago.
Okay.
But Ohtani's just that guy.
Gotcha.
He can do both.
Yeah.
I mean, no man, dead or alive, has ever done that. 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts and 7. Unreal, that kid. It's almost like a grown man playing with little kids. He's that good. And you don't get to see that in pro sports anymore. Not so much. Jordan was that guy.
Right.
people that just stand above the crowd. They're so good. Tom Brady,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and but it's amazing. You don't think that you're going to see that again, and then this dude shows up.
It's always interesting to watch, especially when they go to like a series or the playoffs, and some players just shine brighter than others for sure. And,
Yeah, sometimes I like it that it's the
yeah.
guy that was only average during the year.
Well, we talked about Brady before because he was like what, 6th round draft pick or something, and
Yeah.
who's looking at him as like to be what he ended up being?
Did you ever see that picture of him at the combine, at the scouting combine, in his gray shorts?
No,
Oh my!
or maybe
goodness.
I have. I don't recall.
His Brady's scouting combine picture is just so funny. He's just standing there with gray shorts on. He's got like no figure, no muscles, nothing. Just it's like, dude, this guy is Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Like-
well, and he was young too. He was just straight out of college. just
But
a
some
young
guys,
kid.
they're drafted as quarterbacks, and the Josh Allen in Buffalo. That kid's big, man. He's
Yeah, he
a
is.
big dude.
Yeah,
He's a big dude. And then Cam Newton, he was a big dude, and muscly and sculpted, and ripped and all.
I mean
that.
Brady's tall. A lot of those guys are tall.
And the other guy too is
They're
Peyton-
not
Peyton
Fred
Manning.
size.
Peyton Manning doesn't look imposing at all.
No, but he's tall.
And he's the most successful football player in commercials and on television after retiring from football.
I just seen him in a commercial, and we've been seeing him in
You're
the
always
feed
going to see
commercial,
him in
but
commercials.
it's a commercial for they're raising money for cancer research.
Oh, sure.
And instead of giving out thank you cards to people, he's in the commercial, he's giving out thank you balls, and he's signing them and throwing them at people.
At full speed.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's whipping them at people, hitting cars and setting off alarms, and guys doing the dishes and ends up landing in the water and splashing.
Did you ever see the skit he did on Saturday Night Live where he's playing football with the little kids
No,
and he's driving them hard? And,
really.
oh, it's hilarious. Come on, get your head in the game.
That's awesome. Patriots won. They're on a roll, 5 in a row.
This one was tight though. They only
Yeah,
won by a
5
point.
point.
I
I don't think a lot of people expected them to do this well.
No,
in
most
the
people did
season.
not expect them. And also, they're in first place in the division because they beat Buffalo head to head.
Right.
And they have the same number of losses as Buffalo, but they beat them head to head, which, I mean, that's going to be important. It's almost
They
December.
got to be having a bye week.
Yeah, soon. I don't know if it's this week or not, but yeah,
Yeah.
they got to be due for
They're
their
getting
bye.
close.
I think what I see is they're well coached. They're
Well,
well-coached again.
Vrabel, dude.
So, I mean, when Belichick was
He's
there,
another one. Who thought he'd be such a great coach?
when Belichick was
He's
there,
doing
they
great.
were well coached, and I think they were disciplined. And how that showed on the field was they didn't make a lot of penalties. And I think it was week 3. One of the games they lost, they played horribly, and he gave up the ball like 5 times. Since then, they're the least penalized team in football,
Yeah.
and they've played 2 games with less than 3 penalties in the whole game. So that means that they're well coached.
Yeah.
The coach is getting through to them, and they're doing the fundamentals.
Well, who knows? I mean, I don't want to put a jinx on anyone, but Vrabel could end up becoming a really great coach.
Oh, absolutely. He was good when he was in Tennessee.
And as a player, he wasn't a bad player.
He was a great player.
Yeah.
He was a difference maker as a linebacker.
So you're a NASCAR fan. Tell me about the race
Sure.
yesterday or Sunday.
So it was the championship race. And the way it works in NASCAR is they have a playoff, and at the end of the playoff, there's 4 drivers that are eligible to win the championship. So in the final race at Phoenix, whichever one of those 4 drivers comes in the highest, that's who your champion is. So a lot of the focus was on Denny Hamlin, who has raced for Joe Gibbs for 20 years. He's got 60 wins in NASCAR. He's won 3 Daytona 500s, 2 Brickyards. The dude is super accomplished, but he's not won a championship, and he's been close a couple times. So the focus was on him. He qualified on the pole, and his car was lightning fast. And he was the fastest guy all day. The other story was William Byron, who races for Hendrick. He was up there with Hamlin all day. The other two guys, Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe, were back in the field, but they were in the hunt. So it gets to the end of the race. There's 10 laps to go, and Denny Hamlin's got a giant lead. And they're talking about, you know, his legacy and his 20 years and all this, and they're showing Joe Gibbs, and he's 100 years old, and he's there with the headset on, and getting all excited. And the announcer says, the only thing that could cut this dream short now is a caution. And boom, William Byron blew a tire.
Oh, no.
So now everybody has to come into the pits.
Yep.
Kyle Larson's crew chief and Kyle Larson decided we're only going to take 2 tires instead of 4. Now, this track eats up tires, and the tire wear was significant. So everybody is getting 4 tires.
How
every
many
time.
laps you think wear a tire down? Because you said there's 10 laps left.
It's complicated. Goodyear makes a different tire for each racetrack and for each race.
So what do you at this
So in
track,
this
what do
race,
you
they
think?
were running between 35 and 40 laps, and tires were blowing like that soon. I mean, guys were losing their tires at 35 and 40 laps. So William Byron hadn't had any tire problems all day. With like 10 laps to go, he blows a tire. Now that brings everybody in the pits. Kyle Larson comes out of the pits. He only took 2 tires, like 7 spots ahead of Denny Hamlin. So they have the restart. Denny Hamlin works right to his door. So now he's side by side. Whichever one of these guys finishes further ahead is going to win. And on the restart, on overtime, it's green flag, white flag, checker flag. So it's 3 laps to win the race. They get to the corner, and Kyle Larson put his car right into the wall, like an inch off the wall, and drove around like 4 cars
Wow.
and took the dream away from Denny Hamlin.
Damn.
Now,
Exciting race.
I'm a Larson guy, so I was excited. But me and Leslie both, my daughter who watches the races with me, we both saw the camera was focusing on Denny Hamlin sitting in his car like, what do you say?
So bummed
Like,
out. Yeah.
So bummed out.
Right?
And that's sports. Isn't that what makes
That's
sports great?
You know, if you're not first, you're last.
But you see on TV, you see like remember the Olympic hockey game? The ice is only so big.
Right.
When that game was over, there's a red line, a blue line that cuts the ice in half. The guys on this side of the ice are so happy.
Jumping and
Jumping,
hugging.
and the guys on the other side are ready to just die.
Yeah.
And I think that is really what makes sports. Now, I feel bad for Denny Hamlin and his team. They did everything right. Qualified first. He had the fastest car all day. But the races are unpredictable.
Yeah.
And even though you do everything right, doesn't mean you're going to win.
So Sunday you watch the game
Yep.
and the race.
And I watched the race. It was great.
You watched the World Series over the
Yeah,
weekend.
watched the late game on Sunday. Yeah, it's been,
So you had a good weekend.
yeah, it was good from that aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot this weekend. We kind of, I still can't do a lot health-wise. I try to work on videos and things for the other
Yeah.
channel, and we did go out for lunch. I was telling you we went out for lunch on Sunday. Saturday, we were watching something on TV, and it was a couple different things, and barbecue was the topic on it. Just in my there's the dog barking. In my vision, whatever I was watching, they kept going back to barbecue, and I took that as like somebody was trying to tell me something.
Subliminal cut in the
Yeah. So the next day, we have this local barbecue place up in just in a town next door to us here, and the barbecue's really good. Casey's Rib Shack. You've been there, right?
Yep.
So I said we opened the place. We were the first customers there at noontime, and
That's always good.
yeah, it was good. So we that actually served as 2 meals for me. We had it for lunch, and then I ate the leftover for supper that night.
I think definitely the
Brisket.
one that
Pulled pork, half a chicken, and what was the other thing?
Brisket.
Oh no, the ribs. We had barbecue ribs as well, and it comes with all the fixings. That the coleslaw, the cornbread. We had a big plate of fries, just a huge plate of fries, a lot of food.
Who do you think came up with the term fixins?
I don't know. That's got to be a Southern term, if you ask me.
To imply that your meal's broken?
Let's look that up.
Oh, Mrs. Producer, why don't you
Where-
look up
where did
where the term
fixins
fixins
come from?
originate? But it was delicious, and I mean, when it comes to barbecue, man, I like it all.
You could put away some barbecue?
Yeah. A few years ago, Colleen and I, Colleen from the Astute Tourist,
Yeah.
she and I, we drove not quite across the country. We went as far west as Wyoming. And on the way back, we've done the trip twice. And on one of the trips, I think it was the first time we went,
Yeah.
I was bound and determined to get myself some Kansas City barbecue because everyone's like, Kansas City barbecue, that's
Yeah.
the way to go. So I did some research, and Arthur Bryant's is
Yes.
that's the place to go.
The word
And-
fixing started in 1939 as a term for food garnishings or side dishes.
So Fixins, 1939.
It's dishes or trimmings.
Trimmings, fixins.
It doesn't
Go
say
finger. I mean, go figure.
it doesn't say exactly where in the origins in the country, but that's in
I would guess it's in
1839.
the South. I would guess it has.
I would say its origins probably in the South.
I'm reading more.
But yeah, so we went to Arthur Bryant's. That's supposedly the best Kansas City barbecue. Let me tell you something. Really, really, really good. And it's not a big place. And it's kind of off the beaten path. It's down a back street.
Yeah.
It's in the city, but still.
Yes.
And one thing I didn't realize, there's two Kansas Cities. And they're right across the river
Right.
from each other. Kansas City, Kansas,
In Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. So we went to both towns, but Arthur Bryant's, I believe, was in Kansas City, Kansas, if my memory serves me right. And don't if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But really good. And it's that traditional one where they just dump everything on a big platter, and
Yeah.
it comes with a bunch of Wonder Bread,
Yeah.
and you do what you
Use
will
the
with
bread
it.
as your napkin.
Basically, I was making sandwiches out of it, and this one woman come walking by me, and she's staring at us as she's walking by, and she goes, "I ain't never seen that." So I don't know if they don't make sandwiches with it or something, but I was just eating it up. And they had burnt ends there too, which are my favorite. That is just so good.
Oh, good.
So if anybody's if you're out in Kansas City and you're looking for a good barbecue, and look, barbecue is like craft beer in a way. Everybody claims that they get the best barbecue.
Right.
But let me tell you something right now. And I've had barbecue, Southern barbecue. I've had it in Tennessee and in North Carolina. There's some good barbecue up here in the North too.
Yeah.
But that was probably the best I ever had. Really good.
I have not had Kansas City barbecue in Kansas City, so I can't speak to that. Like, really, I've had Carolina barbecue.
Yeah.
Um,
And they
But that
all
was-
have their different
but that was so
sauces.
many
The
years ago.
Kansas City barbecue,
so
Carolina.
what I like
sauce.
about Carolina is the sauces on the side,
Yeah.
used most of the time.
Yeah.
And I like that. Some people like a glaze of sauce on the meat,
Yeah.
which I appreciate that too. I'm not into like super sweet barbecue sauces, so I tend to like Texas style and Carolina style, but if you go to the Casey's Rib Shack, you can get Kansas City style ribs there that are pretty good.
Well, and their sauces are on the side. When we went to Arthur Bryant, same thing. You get it and they got all the different flavors.
yeah,
At the place on Sunday, they had, the Carolina style, which is more vinegary, which I like.
That a mustard,
And
that was
they had
awesome.
there was a honey mustard one.
So
I don't know
good.
where that supposedly originates from. And there was a hickory one.
Mm.
But they use a dry rub up there that you can taste the cumin in. You know, the cumin.
Yeah.
And they put that in their dry rub, which when I make my own dry rub, I use cumin as well. And I like that. It's very good.
Have you ever tried barbecue chicken with Alabama white sauce?
No, I don't think so.
So you should try that. That's different.
Yeah, I haven't tried that before.
That's different.
We got any people in the chat?
In Nashville hot chicken, have you ever tried that?
I'm sorry, what is
Have you
it?
ever tried Nashville hot chicken?
Maybe. We spent some time in Tennessee, so I may have had that.
So Zachary, he was going for a while to Nashville with a friend of his, and the place there is called Hattie B's.
Okay.
That's where you go, I guess. That's the place to go to get the good Nashville hot. I've had it here, but not, I haven't been to Nashville to have it. But that's like a newer thing, the Nashville hot chicken.
The white.
No,
the hot chicken.
The Nashville
Yeah.
hot chicken. It's red and hot.
Should go ahead and click on the chat up there in the right hand corner.
I've got the chat in my hand.
Alabama white
Oh,
sauce.
Sure.
is an
she's
old
getting a little
thing.
testy, Mrs. Producer over here. A little testy with me. But
There you go, Penny.
okay. If you guys in the chat, if you're with us here, welcome in. Hit the like button, share us out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we do appreciate your support. I took a class in a town called Waldorf, Maryland. And you know what their claim to fame is, Waldorf, Maryland?
The Waldorf salad.
Nope. That's where John Wilkes Booth hailed from.
Oh, okay.
I guess he was born and he lived there. But I took a class there, a diving class, when I was on the rescue and recovery diving team. So we traveled down there for this class, and it was a good class. But the reason I bring it up is my instructor was like, "Hey, you guys like barbecue?" I'm like, "Yeah." Who thinks of Maryland is, and that's the South, but
Yep.
who thinks of Maryland is barbecue? So we all pile in this van, and he takes us down these back roads. I'm like, all right, where are we going now? What's going on here? We thought we were going to a barbecue place. Why are we out in the sticks? We pull into somebody's driveway. It's someone's house. And they had an outbuilding, kind of like a garage, but not.
Yeah.
And these people, that's what they do every day is they make barbecue. And you walk up to this hole in the wall and you order what you want. And it was like
Good barbecue.
traditional, really good Southern barbecue. It was awesome. Again, you get the few slabs of the Wonder Bread with it. And, just really, really good. And something we wouldn't expect that, like I said, you think you're going downtown to some restaurant somewhere, and we were like driving all these back roads, and it's like, all right, is this guy going to take us out in the woods and like murder us all? What's going on? But no, really good. And that's my point to that, I guess, is you don't have to go to an established restaurant or anything to get really good barbecue.
It's a science.
Yeah.
Barbecue is like baking. It's a science. You have to. It's not so much measure everything like baking or weighing stuff. It's not that. It's that you have to have sort of like the knowledge.
Right.
Is in this all these different techniques. Brisket, they inject them. Sometimes they dry age the meats and different things before they smoke them. There's all different techniques that these people can use. And it's scientific. It's also fun. Like if you want to get adventurous in your backyard, I have a big stick smoker. It's an old fashioned one. You got to stay out there with it.
Well, you and I tried for years. Not tried for years. We made our own barbecue, smoking for like all day. Started early in the morning, and we're not eating until nighttime.
But I like it because me. Okay, I got my pile of wood. I got my tunes going.
Yeah.
A
couple cocktails.
Yeah, a few cocktails here and there, and I'm cooking the meat. The best brisket I've made yet, I put salt and pepper on it.
Just salt and
That
pepper,
was
nothing
it.
else.
Texas style.
Yeah.
salt and pepper. That's it. Didn't inject it or nothing. And this was a full brisket. Come out awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Not that they don't. I did one. Well, I just did the flat and I injected it and everything. It came out good. I liked it a lot. But the one that I did with just salt and pepper, it just the barbecue gods were with me.
They were looking down on you. I've done a couple since I got out of the hospital. That was one thing when I was, you always crave something you can't have, or you can't get something good. Like when I was in the hospital, I was craving pizza. I mean, they have a pizza there, but it's, I mean, I've talked about this before. The hospital food is just terrible. But the other thing I was craving were ribs, barbecue ribs. So I've done a couple racks since I've been home, and both times I used the 4-3-2 method, where you dry rub them and then you cook them slow for 4 hours, and then you wrap them up after that.
Butter
And I would butter and yellow mustard all over it.
Yep.
And then wrap it up and you cook it for 3 hours.
So good.
And then you take it out, and some people put honey on it.
I use honey.
Yep. And then you wrap it up again, cook it for 2 more hours. And then at the end for 15 minutes or so, you can take it out and kind of get them all crunchy and crispy.
Yep.
And that. But, and that's hit or miss for me. And I do it the same way every time. It just, whatever reason, I don't know if it's the heat or what. I mean, they come out good, but some have come out better than others. So
Always cook 2 racks, because last year my son and a bunch of his friends were over, and I smoked 1 rack of ribs. It came out pretty good. They went upstairs to get all the fixings. Downstairs, there's like 4 ribs left.
yeah. Well, so we don't have anyone here now. It's just Colleen and I. The kids are grown and gone, and unless we're having something out at Tiki Gems or having people over, 1 rack will do, because for us, the food will sit in the fridge too. I mean, the racks don't typically last.
That's why I was making 1 rack,
Ribs,
because
rather.
originally it was just supposed to be me and my wife, but then
Right.
people come over, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now what do I do?
The universe
Sit there and just eat them in front of them.
the universe knows I'm barbecuing.
We got some ham and cheese up there. We're gonna eat these ribs.
Man. It's like a good activity. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's exciting because you're cooking something, you're putting all your love into it, and then you eat it. It's like a wonderful deal.
And it's funny because, and I always say this about a lot of stuff, you spend so much time cooking it,
Right.
and then 20 minutes it's gone.
It's gone. That's like my vegetables. I start my vegetables in my house like in February. I start planting stuff. March, and getting it all ready, and then it grows all summer long. This year was a bummer because I hurt my back, and my whole month of September was wiped off the calendar.
Yeah.
And so that was like harvest time, so I missed out on a lot of stuff. But I'm still, I saved and canned a lot of vegetables. I think I went through the last of my rutabagas last night, which I encourage if you've never grown rutabagas.
I haven't.
Do you know what a rutabaga tastes like?
I've had it before, but enlighten me.
You know when you do a boiled dinner and you get the cabbage and the ham and the carrots and the potatoes in there, and the potatoes, they taste like the cabbage?
Yeah.
That's what a rutabaga
And the
tastes
salty water.
like. That's what a rutabaga
Yeah.
tastes like. It tastes like a cabbagey potato.
That's something we don't cook with often, or rutabagas or turnips. Turnips, another one, we were looking at them in the grocery store the other day, and we almost bought some rutabagas.
Well,
The ones at a grocery store are big, so you're only going to buy one.
Yeah.
And what I would say you would like is anything you can do with a potato, you can do with it.
Right.
But what we found is really good is get butternut squash, cook that and the rutabagas together and mash them all together. So you get like a butternut squash rutabaga mash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good that way?
I have 4 butternut squashes downstairs that I grew, right?
I believe you do,
Yeah,
yeah.
4 or
I
5.
make soup out of those too.
Mm.
Out of the squash.
Butternut squash soup. Yeah. I make a good one
I've been craving
with
soup.
ginger in it.
I wanted to cook
Mm.
soup yesterday.
I cook a ton of soup.
I was gonna make, first I was gonna make like a beef stew, but I couldn't find any beef in there really, other than some really nice steaks that I got, and I'm not using that for soup. Then I was like, oh, we'll do like chicken tortellini, and I didn't have a bag of tortellini, so I'm like, well, all right. And then I made the buffalo chicken crack instead. You know what I'm talking about? The dip,
Yes.
which is far from soup,
Far from soup.
but
But good.
Colleen and I sat there and we ate that, and you can't eat it all. I mean, it's pretty rich but so good. There's a reason why they call it crack.
I like this
Get
time of year
addicted to
because it means soup season for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I like making soups. Like I said, the pumpkin soup. Leslie, my daughter, texted me the other day for my recipe for potato leek soup. I was like, oh, I haven't made that in a while. But leeks are like
Leeks are like an onion, right?
leeks are like the prices. No, but I mean, I don't. For some reason, all of a sudden leeks are really expensive. Yeah, it's like a big green onion.
Yeah, they're so good.
But the potato leek soup,
Whoa,
I eat
hey now.
I eat it warm, not cold. I guess you can eat it cold, but who wants cold soup? But
Yeah, what do they call
vichy
it?
swa.
Yeah,
But I eat the
vichyssoise.
potato leek soup, and then you take potato tater tots, roast them in the oven, and then you grate Parmesan cheese on top of them. And you crush them into bits, and that's your topping for the soup. And it's really good.
Yeah,
It's
really good. I don't do leeks. I'm not an onion guy.
Oh, I forgot. You know,
Like French onion soup.
I make
Yeah,
that a lot.
no. I mean, the broth is okay. It's a beefy broth, but
no.
yeah, no.
Mm.
Like when you go to the fair and you get like a sausage sub and they're putting all them peppers and onions in, yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
how about when you get the bowl of clam chowder in the sourdough bowl?
Oh,
Mm.
Have
well,
you had that?
Yeah, well,
So good.
I've had it several times. Yeah, definitely.
That's a good thing to do with your clam chowder. At home, we put beef stew in a bread bowl
Have you?
because my wife doesn't like clam chowder.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
right.
There's
beef
not a
stew-
lot of. You're the only seafood guy over there.
Yeah.
How can you grow up in New England and
My-
not like seafood? I
My,
just don't
my wife's
understand.
favorite seafood is onion rings.
Yeah, right. That's because when you go to a local
But-
clam shack,
But
you
Leslie,
can get fries and onion rings with the
Leslie
seafood.
has a good influence where she lives, and she likes lobster and she likes clams.
Oh wow,
good
because
for
she would
her.
never
Yeah.
eat that before.
No.
And she eats fish with me. She likes big stuffed haddock and stuff
See
like
now I have a hankering now that we're talking about clams and that.
So you know what that means.
that. I want a captain's plate
Yeah.
with a couple
Explain
pieces
to
of
those that don't know, what's a captain's plate?
It could be a fisherman's platter
Yeah,
or a captain's plate, depending on where you're from or where you go. But it's fried seafood, so you get your fried haddock or cod or flounder, but your fried whitefish. Plenty of fries and or onion rings, maybe both. You'll get fried clams, fried scallops, fried shrimps,
yeah. We don't call them scallops.
They're scallop.
scallops, fried
You're right.
scallops.
You're not from south of Connecticut, buddy.
fried shrimp. And if you go to an old school place, like Lobster Claw was, or the Weather Vane in Salem, you'll get smelt on that as well.
Smelts.
Smelts are special.
Mm-hmm.
Smelts are yummy. They're good. If you don't know what a smelt is, it's a small, tiny,
Fish.
saltwater fish. They're
It's
really
almost
good.
like a sardine because you crunch them up with the bones and all. You just
Yeah, kind of like a sardine.
chew them up. And they're they're fishy, but really good fishy in a good way. I mean, it's the best way I can explain it. Like, if I went with my parents, me and my father would split my mother's smelts.
Because your mother wouldn't eat them.
My mother didn't want them,
No.
so me and my father would be like, "Yay!"
The smelts are good. They're kind of like fish French fries.
Yeah, yeah. You put some tartar sauce or ketchup on them if you want, or just throw them down. Just throw them down the way they are.
Yeah, right on.
Man, we have been talking about food a lot this morning,
We have making me hungry.
but it also will segue into our top 10 segment.
Top 10. Yeah, we're gonna do the top 10 a little bit. I did want to get on a tangent and get on a soapbox because of we don't typically get political here, but I think it's important that we talk about some of the politics going on in this country right now, specifically the mayoral race in New York City. I don't know if anybody cares or if anybody's seen it, but I'm going to talk about it, and I figured you'd want to talk about it too.
Sure. I have a little bit of
So
insight.
New York City is an important city in this country because it's the financial hub of the country.
It's a world hub, really.
Really is, with the UN's there, and the stock market is based out of there, the U.S. stock market. And a communist got elected last night as the mayor.
So I guess officially he's a democratic socialist.
Well, call it what you will, okay? Because
I'm just-
socialism is communism, if you really think about it. 25 years ago, we had a group of Arabs kill 3,000 people in 2 buildings and knock it down, and we were never going to forget about these, what do they call them? Radical Muslims, radical Arabs, and we were never going to forget and let that happen again. This guy is a dangerous human being. He's a very dangerous man, and what he's calling for, and it's not just him; it's the squad. If
Right.
you're familiar with AOC and Rashida Tlaib, there's the other one there from Minnesota, the African one there that
Sure, yes.
supposedly married her brother to get into this country. or
That's
whatever.
Talib.
No, Rashida
Oh, no.
Tlaib is from
Oh, no, that's Ilhan
Massachusetts, I believe.
Omar. Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar, yeah.
She's a pirate, Somalian.
Part
Somalian.
pirate,
Well, she's from Somalia. She
Right.
must have some pirate in her lineage.
maybe. So here's this guy, Mohan Zadami, forgive me.
Mondami, right?
Mandami, yeah, Zohan Mandami.
Zohan. Wasn't that a movie with Ben Stiller?
It could have been. The guy's dangerous. This morning, I listened to part of his acceptance speech, and he basically has, I guess for lack, I'll use his term, their term, not his, but I say their term, the radical Muslims, jihad on capitalism. He wants to do away with capitalism,
Oh, yeah.
which is what this country's been based on and founded on. And I'll go back to saying again, him and people like him are dangerous people. They're a threat to when you see these Democrats keep talking about, an existential threat to democracy, they're using psychology. They're the ones, and especially this group, are the ones that are the existential threat to democracy. Now we're a democratic republic. We're not a democracy, and there's a difference. There's a big difference. But if this can happen in one state in this country, it can happen to more. And what they do is that they
They have a population in Minnesota or places like that.
oh yeah, there are other states. In fact, there was one guy that was running, I think, for governor or something. That's another one in one of those states, and I'm not sure how that one made out. I mean, this New York City one was the
So
big
the last
deal.
time New York City voted in a radical mayor, Bill de Blasio, what was his name?
De Blasio.
His policies just didn't work, and so he didn't last long.
But he was a
And
capitalist.
there's a lot of people, right? But there's a lot of people that feel that this guy's policies just won't work. Free everything, and then counting on the richest people to pay that bill, even though he says, "Oh, it's just pocket change." What you risk having is all these big business owners that have been in Manhattan and New York for all these years leaving. And the question is, when they leave, who moves in?
Right.
So is he trying to create a Muslim state, and start with New York City? I think that is a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
Because
It's
if you look
huge
across the pond, over in England, where Muslim communities are, like, enacted their own Sharia law, and how could you do that?
it's
So-
a dangerous pattern that we're seeing, and now it's happening here in this country. And and again, you have to bring religion into it. I mean, it's religion and politics both.
Well,
And
without a doubt.
and these Muslims, their Quran basically says that they have
Everybody
to,
has to be a Muslim.
either bend the knee or you're gonna lose your head. And I think that's the plan. Here's this guy gets into New York, and who do you think's gonna start moving there and following him? Is gonna be way more of these radical people that are trying to come to this country. I just think it's really bad for our way of life. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
It's bad for Christians.
So the International Court, which is a joke, they issued a arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu
Yeah,
a few months ago. It's
international court.
it's just
Kind of like the UN. It's
it's
kind of
just
like a joke.
it's just a publicity stunt. Well, Mr. Mondami said that if Benjamin Netanyahu came to New York, he would uphold that arrest warrant.
Well, first of all, he's just a mayor. Let's put
But-
that there.
But that's only one of several anti-Semitic comments he's made.
Right.
So there was a letter signed by 1,000 rabbis in New York City and 6,000 rabbis across the country. Protesting having an anti-Semite as your mayor.
Well, and they
So the
elected
biggest
him.
city in the country. It's not like this is Tampa or Salem, Oregon. It's New York City.
There were some
So-
Jews that said they were going to vote for him. Now, we don't know exactly
Oh, no,
who voted for him,
definitely.
but there were some Jews that
Oh, no.
said they were
Oh,
voting for the
definitely.
guy.
Listen, there's plenty of liberal Jews. I know a lot of them.
That's almost as crazy as saying, you and I were talking about this. I don't know if it was last week or not, but like gays for Palestine,
Yeah. Yes, to Palestine.
huh?
You're going to get thrown off a roof, or they're going to gut you while you're still alive.
Right.
Or if you're lucky, they'll just shoot you in your head.
I mean, look what they're doing in Africa right now. What's that?
It's illegal in Africa.
Nigeria.
Is it Nigeria, right?
Yeah,
Where-
homosexuality is illegal.
There's a genocide
Def-
happening in
definitely.
Nigeria right now. They're focused mostly on Christians there. They're putting hundreds of them in the street and beheading them.
So all you people that are on social media and online saying how much you hate this country and how much you hate the United States and how much we suck and you want to go live somewhere else, go ahead.
Well, and that's my point. What are you doing here?
But you think the grass is greener somewhere else.
Go
Find out.
Go mow the
Go
lawn
find
somewhere
out.
else.
And you join the groups of people that moved somewhere else and now they want to come back.
It's been somebody's plan. We always say they.
Right.
There's some puppet masters somewhere are they got into the schools and the colleges in this country, and look, we've been watching it for several years now. All these protests, who do you think these people are? They're paid actors, and they're also brainwashed young people in this country who have been manipulated into thinking that this kind of thing is right for them. It's communism. Let's call a spade, and let's look in history. Communism doesn't work, man. This whole kumbaya, let's hug a tree and we're all part of the same group and everybody does equal work and equal stuff, and that does not work. And as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that really does work is capitalism. Everybody in this country right now has the right to be a billionaire if you can do it.
It's worked for a very long time. But generations change, and now we have a generation of entitled people that we're guilty for having helped create that, I guess. But we have a generation of entitled people who just want to change the rules to suit them.
Right.
And then it becomes this mess of protesting about rights, but you can't name one right that anybody's lost. You can't. This administration's not evil. This administration's effective and hardworking, and relentless in doing the things they said they were going to do that got them elected. And so all this peripheral stuff on the outside is not only, as you pointed out, dangerous. People are saying, "Oh, well, this," and I noticed lately. I don't know if you've noticed this. If you watch politicians speak, they're starting to call it the experiment. This Democratic Republic experiment. Wait a minute. It's almost 250 years old. I think the experiment part of the phase is over. You're just saying that now as a precursor to you wanting to change it.
Well, and that's what scares me or bothers me the worst, that we are about to have our 250th anniversary, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of our democratic republic, the republic, when we pledge allegiance to the flag, to the republic. So when people are running around saying, "Oh, it's a threat to democracy," we're not a democracy. Get that out of your head. Research, look up what a democracy is and look up what a republic is. There's a big difference. We're the freest country on the planet. And right now, we're in danger of losing that every day that the brainwashed young get it in their heads that it'll work this time, socialism and communism, it'll work this time. Right. It doesn't work. And you can't be jealous of somebody like Bill Gates. Now, I don't like Bill Gates, but he's one of the richest guys on the planet. He made his money, man. He made his money.
Yeah.
Donald Trump made his money. Jeff Bezos made his money. Jeff Bezos came from shit. He was a guy driving around a little Toyota or a Subaru or something.
Selling books.
And he came up with an idea, and now he's one of the top 5 richest people on the planet. Why are you going to be jealous of that? Because you want it, or you're too fucking lazy to do the work, or you brought it up before, entitled. You think you're not entitled to anything.
No.
You're entitled to the freedom that you need to work for.
Here's the thing, and I actually heard this. Basically, the indoctrination is this. Your grandfather told you, work hard, work your way up the ladder, don't miss a day of work, work hard your whole life, provide for your family, provide for your children, and then retire and enjoy it. He was full of shit, your grandfather. That's what they teach you.
I know.
That's what they teach the kids. Your grandfather was stupid.
I have
full of it.
My son has friends who have been indoctrinated, kids right out of college that have been brainwashed. It's what it is. They've been brainwashed into thinking. And we're seeing it in all these colleges. Harvard's one of them, the go woke or go broke thing.
Yeah.
But it just blows my mind. I'd never thought in my lifetime that I would see this happening. And the reason I'm so upset is what I said a minute ago. If it can happen in one state, it's going to happen in more states.
Certainly, yeah. Well, yes.
My biggest fear is, and I almost fantasize about it in a way, that good American patriots will have to stand up and rise up, and there'll be violence in this country. I don't want to see it.
I think we may see that.
But I think at this point, the hugging the tree and trying to be reasonable with people is going out the window.
There's a really good chance our children see that.
Yeah. Well, and we may be elderly.
And we may see it as well. You can see how the left reacts to policy changes. I don't want to get myself mad, but this fight over closing the government over subsidiaries that never should have been paid in the first place. Never mind continuing to pay them, and then to keep the whole country, hold them hostage over BS.
Well, and a lot of
Over a
it's
bunch of
politics. So the
So, right,
Democrats,
it's all politics, isn't it?
and again, it doesn't matter whether you like Donald Trump or not. None of this is really about him, really. It's more about the Congress of gorillas that are in government today.
Right.
And the Republicans can't just change things without the Democrats helping them out.
Yeah.
And the Democrats wanted to wait until after this election. You're going to see stuff happen now.
Oh, sure.
Now that
yeah.
it's over.
Right.
But they were basically holding the American people hostage until they got part of their way,
And
because
then-
some of the seats will be changing now.
And then out of this side of their mouth, they're going, the president don't want people to eat anymore, and they're losing their SNAP benefits. But we're not going to open the government.
Right.
It's like, so don't complain about what's happening to the American people when you're causing it.
Well, and
And both sides are up there holding us.
Exactly. It's not about one side. It's about both sides. Right now, I think I was going to say the Republicans' hands are tied. They're really not, but it takes both sides in order to get stuff to move. And neither side, they are like little kids. I've heard that, they're called babies, and
Yeah.
they are like little kids. What they're doing is, at the expense of the American people, they're sitting back and punishing us, or not punishing us, but they're not helping us.
As an
By
American
any means.
taxpayer, I do not have the option to close my family for a few weeks and not pay taxes.
Right.
I'm sorry, government, the LaFave family, we're closed for the next month.
Yeah.
We're not paying anything to anybody.
Right.
Sorry about that. I can't do that.
Well, I'm in dispute with my creditors right now, so we're shutting down and we're not paying anything.
Right. Sorry. It's just, I gotta wait.
What would happen if that happened to me? My mortgage.
I'm gonna wait for the rest of my family to
would-
get home. We'll vote, and we'll let you know how
Right.
it goes.
Right.
So it's because for political reasons.
Yeah. It's
This
politics.
gerrymandering and this BS. They're holding us hostage. And listen, my wife worked for the federal government, so I understand very clearly what's going on.
Well, and I think for anybody out there that thinks what's happened in New York is a good thing, or you like AOC, or you like Shalita Tlaib there, or
Ilhan Omar.
yeah, you like them, move to their state,
Her
move
father
to New York City, and tell me in a
Follow-
year what you think, how good things are.
There's going to be a lot of houses for sale.
Yeah, now that brings me to another point.
That's what I said.
So-
Who's going to move in?
So there's a few states that people, I mean, they've been mass exiting. Maybe Mrs. Producer can look up the states that have the highest exodus of people that have been moving out. I know
From California
New York
to
is
Texas.
one, California is one, Massachusetts is another one. And the governor of Florida is telling them, if you come to try to move to our state, especially these Democrats, he's going to put a huge tax on them, like a levy.
Welcome to Florida.
So the,
Same thing Governor Abbott said in Texas. And the reason is because they don't want to blow up these states. They're red states, and they don't want these assholes moving in down there, because the same thing will happen to Florida or Texas that's happened in Massachusetts and New York.
so California is the one that has the number one people moving out. New York has got a very high net migration loss, with the high housing costs being the major reason why people are leaving New York. So they're number two. And then number three is Illinois.
Chicago's there.
Yeah, there you go. Chicago.
Other states to note are Massachusetts, followed by New Jersey. Go figure.
New Jersey. I wonder how the immigrants like the pizza there.
In New Jersey?
New Jersey's well known for their pizza. You know, New Jersey's well known for their tomatoes.
Really?
The tomato sauce, yep. It's the Garden State after all.
Well, that's
But they're
true.
known for their tomatoes. And you would think that New York is more well known for the pizza, but New Jersey is very well known for their pizza.
Nice.
Mhm.
Socialist pizza. I wonder how that's going to work out.
Yeah.
Look, I got on my soapbox. You can tell I'm upset by this, because I'm afraid for the rest of our country. My country.
It's a concerning thing.
It's very
It's-
concerning.
It's
It's going to
trend-
be interesting to
it's a
see how
trend
this
worth
plays
watching.
out for the next
trend
several
worth
months.
watching for sure.
But like I said, for fear that it will happen in other states. Massachusetts is on the verge. Minnesota is, if they haven't switched, I think that's where that other Muslim guy was running, either for
Ilhan
governor or-
Omar does like campaign rallies and stuff and speaks in Arabic and stuff.
Yeah, it's happening.
Mondambi did a commercial in Arabic.
You know, have you ever heard that speech that Teddy Roosevelt gave back in just after the turn of the century? And he was talking about it. If you want to come here to live, we have one language, that's the English language. And, you know, we do things here, we're capitalists here. Don't move here to try to bring the
Right.
shit that you're leaving from in your homeland here.
This is how our country was founded. The
Right.
people who left England because they were being persecuted. So say, all right, now we're going to have a place you can come so you're not persecuted.
So that,
But
and
this
which,
is how it goes.
which leads me back to what I said a little while ago about these Muslims. And it's not all Muslims. Well, if they
Yeah.
follow their Quran, it's all Muslims. And it's been a plan all along. Their plan since the Crusades is to take over the planet. They want to take over the world and make everybody Muslims. And if they have to cut your head off to convince you to do it, then they're willing to do
Yeah.
that. It's like a cancer. It's like a cancer that's spreading throughout this country.
Now there's, the part about converting everybody to Islam, that's not disturbing because it's Christianity's make fishers of men.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But there's no violence if you reject me preaching Jesus to you. If you reject that,
Right.
there's no violence comes upon you. There's the difference there. But it's not, every religion wants to convert everybody to their religion. That's not surprising.
But
But
here's the thing.
But
And then
New York City is the place where the violence happened, where 9/11 happened. So it's more than ironic
right? Well, and it's
It's
the
over-
financial
it
hub
has
of
to
the
be-
world.
for the people that were part of 9/11 or survived it, or the first responders who were part of it. It must be a gut-wrenching thing. It must be an absolute gut-wrenching thing
Well, and
to
the people
realize
that-
that this is who your
And
mayor
the
is
people
now.
that are against it and don't want it, they're moving out. And there'll be even more people moving out now.
Well, and if this tax base moves out because he wants to tax the rich to have free daycare and everything free, right? To make the subway free.
Yeah, but it's not free.
That's $1 trillion or something.
Somebody's
Budget.
got to pay for
Right.
it.
No, but I'm just saying their budget's going to be like $1 trillion just to keep the subway.
It's like these 40 million people that are on SNAP. I'm sure there are a portion of the 40 million of people in this country that are, you know, they're
using
down
it
on their
the
luck.
way it was intended.
12
And
million.
whatever it is, you know, single moms with some kids or whatever it is, they're not making enough at their job, which is a whole nother thing. But that they're using it for what it was intended for.
Stopgap.
But there's more of a percentage of the lazy get something for free,
That are
selling
using
their
it-
EBT cards and
Using
all of
it as a
that.
lifestyle instead of a
Right.
stopgap.
Right. Mrs. Producer and I were talking the other day that when I was a kid, we were on welfare. My dad got hurt. My mother worked a couple jobs cleaning houses. She wasn't making a lot of money. And in order to make up for that, because the cash that they got paid for the
Right.
gas bill, and it paid for, you know, the things to keep the gas for the car so she could go to the job to make the money to pay the gas bill. So we were on welfare, and that bought basically the food for us.
The government cheese.
Now, it was food stamps. There was no
Right.
EBT
There was
card.
actually stamps back then. Yeah.
And when you went to the store, they regulated what you could buy. You couldn't buy cigarettes or booze. You couldn't
Supposedly
buy
still can't.
you couldn't buy steaks and lobster. The stuff that they considered like luxury stuff, you couldn't buy. You could buy, you know, cans of soup and vegetables.
Flour,
Yeah.
eggs, the stuff that you
Well,
need to make
and-
food.
And we would get the flour in a big bag, you know, or a big box that was white with black lettering from the
Right.
government, USDA, and it said flour on it.
Yep.
Or we get the block of cheese that was white in USDA and it said cheese on it. But now there's none of that. They just give them a credit card that's loaded, preloaded gift card.
And they buy ring dings and ho-hos.
And they buy
junk
lobsters. And the funniest thing, the biggest complaints I see on social media are these big fat women that have, and forgive me, that have like 8 kids from probably 6 or 8 different dads. And they're bitching because they can't buy steak and lobster. How am I gonna feed my
I mean,
children?
I think that does accurately describe part of the demographic
Yes.
of the people that, like I said, this was intended to be a stopgap to help people that need the help. And now that's their lifestyle. I mean, there's families that nobody works and they're all on welfare and they all got EBT and
They all got cell
and they have
phones.
no intention on working. So, you know,
And why not flood the market if you want to try to get, you know, more votes?
and these
Flood the market with all these illegal people coming across the border and give them free shit.
and these women that you're describing, that are, you know, abusing the EBT system, instead of crying that they're losing their SNAP, just go on OnlyFans.
Right? Whatever. I don't know. It's these entitled,
Just go make money on the
they're
internet.
crooks and thieves are what they are. Because again, it's not free. I'm
It's-
paying
it's-
for it. You're
It's
paying
the American
for it.
taxpayers helping you out. I seen a great video of this woman. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. She goes to the grocery store she doesn't have an EBT, but she does all the restrictions of EBT. And she buys flour and butter and eggs and chicken and all the things that you need to make meals.
Right.
And she said, and she got 6 days of meals
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
And and she compared herself to a woman on YouTube who had a cart full of ring dings and ho-hos and chips and pretzels and candy and like one meal,
Yeah.
you know, and this is the person that's complaining that they don't have enough. If this woman's got 6 days, like
Right.
no problem.
Well, they don't want to
And-
manage
and
that.
her kids are going to eat better.
Right. They,
You know.
you know,
It takes
That's-
discipline.
Mrs. Producer watches some people on YouTube or social media where those types of people that don't have a big income, they find ways to scrimp. They'll go to the dollar store and they get meals. They make meals out of the food. Some of the dollar stores are selling good food. You know, you
Right.
just get it a little cheaper.
And you go to like we have in Derry, there's an Aldi store,
Yeah,
and that's like an alternative supermarket.
we've
and
shopped at
the
all.
prices are much cheaper, and they have some good stuff in there.
Yeah, they do.
You know, so it's if you just gotta hustle a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the problem with these people that they don't
Yeah.
want to hustle.
You know, the young people they
It's
talk about
something for nothing.
having a side hustle. Get yourself a little side hustle if your EBT's not cutting it. You know,
How about, go get a job.
whatever.
I can't get a job because I got 8 kids. Well,
Well,
you
is
must
any of them old enough to work?
maybe start a daycare,
Yeah, because you're already doing that.
right? You're already doing it. So how about you start a daycare and you watch some other people's kids so they can go to work and you'll get a week's pay from that.
Yeah, it's almost like this. As the American taxpayer, I am happy to donate some of my tax money to help people that are down and out get back on track.
Right.
All I ask in return is a little bit of discipline.
Well, and
This
then
is-
eventually
this
get
is
back
my-
on track.
It's just on my money out of my pocket,
Right.
and I'm happy to give it to this purpose.
Right.
But all we need in return is some discipline. Use the program the way it was intended. Get back on your feet, and have some self-discipline and do something. It's not hard.
I mean, we're not how do I put this? We're not in the minority, I think, of people who feel this way. But the problem is that the system has been fixed against us. Again, it comes down to politics, and they're using all of this stuff in order to get the politicians to get what they want, whether it's votes or money or whatever it is.
I think a lot of these people, really, honestly, if you put them up against the boards and say that's it, your aid's gone, your help is gone. You either figure it out, or that's it.
And
I think that most of them people, because this is the nature of human, most of the people would figure it out.
Right.
Most of those people say, "All right, I guess I'm up the creek without a paddle, so I better do something."
And I think that, because people are blaming the president for stuff and he's not doing anything, or he said, well, people are going to just have to do what you just said.
Right?
I think that's the point, is they're trying to force some people, at least the good people, that they're going to have to figure it out while the government's closed down. I don't think they're doing it on purpose, or he's doing it on purpose. He doesn't want people to starve.
No.
They found some money when it first started happening, when SNAP closed. They gave some money to it. But the
Right.
problem is that there's a majority of those 40 million who don't want to figure it out. They just want something for nothing. They want a free phone. They want, steaks and lobster and everything.
That brings us back to entitled.
Yeah, and that's it. And then the communists, they feed off of that, and they tell all the people, that these entitled people, well, you're going to get free rent, and you're going to get free bus rides and free transportation, and we're going to open up free grocery stores, where now he backtracked and said, I never said that.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
The beauty of social media and video these days, everybody is being recorded. And you can go back and you can see where he said free government-run grocery stores.
They did one, I want to say, and forgive me if I'm wrong, a few years ago in Chicago, in the area.
Maybe in that area.
In that area, they did
Minnesota,
one. They done it online
Illinois,
a few
somewhere.
years ago, and when it opened, it was a beautiful store. And today, it's wrecked from looting, and there's hardly
It
any.
looks like the bread line
There's
in
hardly
Russia.
any
There's no
food on the
food.
shores, on the shelves anywhere. It's completely destroyed because the people took advantage
Which
of it.
circles back to my point, where socialism and communism don't work. It doesn't work.
Because the people won't do it.
Well, the people that won't do it, and the ones that are all about it, they're the ones taking all the stuff. You think How much is that guy Mandami worth?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's
It's
see
a
how
good
much
point.
he's worth now, and we'll see how much he's worth when his 4-year term or whatever year term it is. Let's see how much he's worth
what
at the end
happens.
of that.
Hmm.
I guarantee he'll double or triple what his worth is
Like
now, and I'm sure he's worth a lot right now.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
You know, because the George Soroses and these other Bill Gates and all the Facebook guy, what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg, they're giving these
Sure.
people money.
Absolutely. They're supporting this nonsense.
Absolutely. Well, I think we can beat this horse to death.
Well, there you go with our political moment.
You know, what is it from Family Guy? You know what grinds my gears?
That's right.
Um,
You, America.
but and I know right now I'm kind of making light of this, but it's dangerous, and it's dangerous for this country. And if you like your freedoms and your liberties, you're losing them, folks. If this continues
So
to go the way it's going, this country is fucked.
the last thing I'll say about it is this. It's been quite a ride the last couple of months. If you consider that the one voice of reason that there was.
It's Babs.
Answer it. We're waiting for a
Hello?
call from the mechanic, so the car's in the shop and its brakes done.
There you go. There you go.
He,
The one
Can-
person
can you just tell me how much
that
it's
was
going to be?
bringing the
'Cause he's
voice of
doing a
reason to
live
college campuses,
Yeah, right.
he was snuffed out.
Yeah,
And now you have
Holy
a
crap.
socialist. Now you have a democratic socialist, in power in the biggest city in the nation.
yeah,
I think it's a shift that should be noted.
right.
I think and not that the two things are related to each other, they're not, but it signals a shift.
Yeah, yeah.
It signals a shift.
I
And I
you're
don't
right,
think,
brother.
I don't know if the people that are trying to carry the torch for Charlie Kirk, I don't know if they're gonna be successful.
I don't know. There's
All right, hold on for 1 second.
there's factors involved that
All right, I'll have him call you back.
there's factors involved that it mostly comes down to money, like these George Soros types and the other people that are benefacting these groups. So why don't we go to the top 10?
Ba-da-beep-a-dee.
All right, it's time for top 10.
Gotta talk about
Every week
Oh.
we do a top 10. We've been doing a lot of music related stuff and some other things. This week, what did we do last week for the top 10? Do you remember?
You did,
I don't know. It doesn't matter. But this week we're going to do top 10 sandwiches.
Man, you might have already noticed, we love talking about food.
Right? It's one of my favorite subjects.
Food's great.
you talked about television shows
And
last
what's
week.
better?
Yeah, that's right. Top TV show.
There you go. What's better than a sandwich?
I mean, it's the perfect food. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. You can, like, almost anything you can do in life, you can do it with a sandwich.
Really?
Just
And any town that you go to, you could get a sandwich.
imagine if sandwiches didn't exist,
It'd be a pretty sad place.
then there'd be no sandwich bags.
Well, there wouldn't be. Well, there'd be bread. But there'd be no deli meat.
There'd be no point.
Yeah, why have deli meat if there were no sandwiches? It makes
So
zero
So
sense.
we agree, a sandwich is a very important part of a worldwide culture.
Right. All right. So these are Buddy Bob and I's. We don't know what each other has, and again, subjective topic. But this is what each one of us think would be the top 10 or best sandwiches, and they're in no particular order. So I'll go first. A grilled cheese sandwich. How can you beat it? It's bread, and it's cheese, and it's
toasted,
toasty and
grilled.
put butter on it.
Did
Some
you-
people put mayo
I was
on
gonna
it.
say, did you ever make a grilled cheese with mayo instead of butter?
I have.
It comes out
And I
good.
made it with mayo and butter.
I also make I make my patty melts like a grilled cheese. I make a grilled cheese sandwich, but I slip in a really thin hamburger in there.
Yeah. Well, I had a grilled cheese somewhere. It was a cheeseburger grilled cheese thing. And it was really good. Really, really, really good.
So I had a cheeseburger in between two grilled cheese sandwiches. That was the bun, was the grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, nice.
That's pretty good too.
So grilled cheese, how can you beat it?
Also, what's better to dip in a bowl of tomato soup than a grilled cheese
You
sandwich?
know, exactly.
I know I'm bringing soup into the party and we're talking about sandwiches, but it's an accessory to this particular sandwich.
Soup in a sandwich. Or a soup sandwich.
There you go.
Doesn't hold up very well.
No,
I've tried
soup
it.
sandwich. That's my father used to use for a nickname for me.
Yeah, what are you, a soup sandwich?
Yeah.
Which doesn't hold up very well. All right, brother, you're up.
I'm gonna go with a pastrami Reuben.
Oh, hey now. Hey now. How
And
can
I-
you talk about brisket and that and pastrami? And,
Well,
Mm.
As you know, I've worked at a synagogue for the last 10 years, and once a year we have a deli night. And they'll go to New York and fetch the pastrami and
Yeah,
the
they won't be
corned
going
beef.
there anymore.
And
They're
yeah,
picking
no,
a new city.
no. Yeah, they will. The guy that usually goes and gets he's a native New Yorker. He's very unhappy right now.
Yeah, he won't be going there. But
But
yeah,
and I always appreciate if you go to a real Jewish deli and have a pastrami sandwich or a Reuben, it's an experience. Because I believe of all the cultures in the world, the Jews have figured out sandwiches.
at least the
Because
that sandwich.
If you've
Deli,
never had a real deli
Reuben
Reuben, you have to go to a real good deli, a Jewish deli, and get a Reuben because they give you like 6 inches of meat.
Yeah.
They-
Well,
like-
I've spent some time in New York City over the years, performing there and traveling there with different bands, and you have been with me at times.
Yeah.
And I've been to the two famous ones. One's Katz. I can't think of the other one. Carnegie Deli. We've been to both, and they're the most famous. There are others that are just as good and
Yeah.
maybe better. I don't know,
We went to one in Connecticut one time. I
We-
can't remember the name
we
of it. It was really good.
but it's a mile high pile of either pastrami or brisket or
And no like lettuce, tomato, onions. They don't fill
mustard.
it full of vegetables. You
mustard.
get the nice spicy mustard, and or if you get the Reuben, it's got the Thousand
It's
Island.
got Thousand Island. Some of the places may put a little sauerkraut on it.
Or you can tell them how much or little sauerkraut you want.
Right.
If it was my mother, you wouldn't be able to see the sandwich. Just be sauerkraut everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much as her. I don't dislike sauerkraut,
Right.
but I just as soon have, not that much sauerkraut on it.
I like
wanna
a little bit of
taste-
sauerkraut.
I want to
but-
taste the pastrami. It's one of my favorite meats.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I love the spices. of
How can you
pastrami.
hate it? You can't. All right, the next one I got, which is one of my favorites now. I put down chicken parm. It could be veal parm too. So
Oh.
chicken or veal parm. But my go-to is the chicken
A nice
parmesan.
cutlet sandwich.
Yeah.
Nice chicken cutlet with some sauce.
With
and
sauce
cheese.
and provolone cheese.
Mm.
Is my
Sometimes they mix the provolone and mozzarella together. I don't mind that either.
Yeah, that's okay. But I like the provolone. I'll go with a mixture, but the round pieces of provolone.
Yeah, I like that.
In
on my
fact,
steak
on
and
Monday I had one. We went to an Italian restaurant, and it was lunchtime, and I got the big giant chicken parm with all the sauce
Nice.
and the provolone.
cheese. I get the provolone on my steak and cheeses.
That's good
It's
too.
good. It's good on the steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese, provolone, and mayo.
All right,
All right, so what do you got next?
I'm gonna reach back. I think now, back in the early '70s, you're a little boy.
Reaching back.
It's not just bologna and cheese. It's
Uh-huh.
Wonder Bread with 2 slices of Oscar Mayer, bologna, and the yellow American cheese, and some French's yellow mustard.
Mm,
And
yeah.
remember, when you little kid, you bite into that, and some of it would stick to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, the
You
Wonder
gotta
Bread,
Stick your finger in there to scrape it off the roof of your mouth.
right?
That
I
was
mean,
a glass of milk.
Who hasn't done that,
Who hasn't had that sandwich?
right? Yeah,
We all
bologna
had
and
to-
cheese the way to
We
go.
all had that sandwich, bologna and cheese.
We were talking about on the morning show about fried bologna sandwich too, where you either buy a big chunk of the bologna and cut it yourself,
Yeah.
or you have the deli guy cut it really thick. That way, when you fry it, it heats up through and through. And
My
like,
father
'cause-
would bring home the log.
yeah, like the regular piece of bologna, the thin cut. If you fry that, it's going to get all crispy and
Make a big
folded up.
steak.
And,
Thick steak on
but
it.
yeah,
We would have it with breakfast, fried bologna. My father
Yeah.
would make that with breakfast.
throw an egg on that and cheese, and you make a sandwich
Good.
out of it. Good stuff. Yeah, bologna.
There you go.
All right, I'd put a po' boy down in there. You know, I
Fried oyster.
I was
boy.
down south for a little bit, and you know we've traveled down there back and forth. Fried oyster, a shrimp po' boy. When we were in New
That-
Orleans a couple times,
It's that
every time I
remoulade
went,
sauce or whatever that they use that makes it
so
so good.
good.
That's what makes it New Orleans.
I
if you
would get the
good-
shrimp one in New Orleans.
the right
I
sauce.
actually had both.
Is that what
there.
they call it? Remoulade sauce?
That's a good question. I don't know.
But it's all like the whatever. It's like a
It's
It's
a
like an
relishy,
aioli.
Yeah,
it's like a mayonnaise
yeah,
thing.
It's
That's
yeah, the po' boy, and you get that in a hot dog roll typically, or some sort of a
yeah, or a
facsimile thereof.
small sub roll.
I've had them on like a Kaiser bun too, but it's not the same.
No, yeah. Some sandwiches got to be the right composition, the right bread.
Got to be like a sub roll
Right.
or a big homemade hot dog roll kind of a thing.
Yeah,
That's the way to go. The po' boy.
yeah. The bread makes the sandwich.
Oh yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta have the right bread.
Look, we've had sandwiches where the bread is terrible, and you're kind of like, I don't want to
Yeah.
eat this anymore.
It messes up the good ingredients on
Right.
the inside. You gotta have good bread.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, moving on. This one of my favorite sandwiches is a Cubano.
Ah,
So you get the roasted shredded pork and a microphone problem.
pickles.
You get the pickles, mustard, Swiss cheese, deli ham, and roasted pork.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm sagging.
I don't know. You'll have to tighten it up.
There we go.
Sorry about that, brother.
No, that's all right. We'll just give her a little adjustment. Yeah, you get the ciabatta bun, which is important.
Yeah.
The shredded roasted pork and the deli ham, and then the pickle and the mustard, and they put that in the
In the
press.
panini press.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that is
Cubano.
one yummy.
One of my
Yeah.
favorites. And you can't go without the mustard and the pickles.
I'll tell you where to get a really good Cubano. Fenway Park.
Really?
Yeah, you go to Yawkey Way. That's down
Oh,
behind
so
the
not in the park, but
right outside
of it.
where
Yeah.
all the vendors are. And there's El Tiantes,
Yeah.
and they have Cubanos there. And I had one; it was the best one I ever had. It was really good. When I went down in Florida to visit my father some years ago, it was the first time I ever had one.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
I've had some Cubanos. We go to this place in the Everglades City, or it's actually it's on the island right outside of Everglades City, and it's the Havana Cafe. It's a true
Yeah.
Cuban,
They make a good
cafe.
one.
The best I've ever had. I get it every time I go there. We'll either get oysters and some crabs, and I get the Cubano. It's just so good there, so good. All right, next one on mine is a BLT. How can you,
How did I not have that on my
right?
list?
How can you hate a BLT
You can't.
where you get a lot of bacon on it? You know, not 2 or 3 slices. You get bacon on it, or in the thick cut.
So where you are,
Mm.
your local place in town, your local pizza place, they have a BLT sub there? No, I'm telling you they do
Where?
at Auburn House.
Oh yeah, okay.
and he uses real good bacon. Because
Mm.
the most disappointing day I've had recently was I went to, I won't say the name of it, but an establishment in Derry that I like to go to get subs. They make good subs there. They get their own bread that's beautiful and awesome and delicious, and everything's in there. And tons of microwave bacon.
Yeah.
It ruins the whole
no.
sandwich for me. Ruin it. But
Microwave.
if you want to get a
You lost me
BLT
a
sub,
microwave.
if you want a BLT sub, you just got to go down the street because they make a real good one.
Yeah, nice. I'll take it. BLT, one of my favorites. Toasted. You know, even a BLT club where you get the 3 pieces of bread and it's cut like, you know, they cut it
I really-
catty corner.
Not on my list, but I really like the turkey club where you get the turkey with the bacon, one layer of bacon in between.
Club is got bacon on it.
Club gets the bacon. All right, let me see. Where am I? I was at Cubano. We did grilled cheese. A meatball sub.
Oh, so that goes right along with the chicken parm meatball sub.
Yum.
Yeah,
Meatball sub and a beer.
and real meatballs. None of these.
Oh no,
frozen
yeah,
things.
no.
You need the
Homemade meatballs. No,
Part pork, part beef.
right.
Mm.
Even I don't like veal, but I've had
Oh, I
meatballs
do.
that were pork, beef, and veal, and I like that.
I had the veal palm on Monday.
But I don't. I'm generally not a veal guy.
Well, that's okay.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
But the meatball parm is, way to go, brother. Or what do I got?
Plenty of cheese on it.
Oh, okay. Well, we live here in New England. How about a nice big giant lobster roll?
How about it?
How about a lobster roll? Now, you can get it with butter on it. I like it mixed with mayo.
I like
A little bit of celery salt in there.
just enough mayo to hold it
Yeah,
together.
that's
not,
all. Don't overdo it.
I don't want it overdone.
With a toasted bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these days
Lobster.
you might have to save. You might have to save up for a couple of days to get yourself a lobster
Yeah.
roll. I think the last one I got was close to $30.
There's a place at Derry, this Reds, Friendly Reds it's called, and they make a good one. And it's only like $24, but it's
Yeah, no,
loaded.
that's-
I
that's
think
good
it's got
these
like 2 lobsters in it or something. It's loaded.
I miss going to the C&K restaurant where they had the Mondays and you get the meal, and sometimes they do lobster,
Yeah.
and it was lobster for 2 people. It was like all perfect and
Yeah.
and great
And
it
cheap.
was like $18 for
Yeah,
2
cheap.
people.
Yeah, cheap.
That was every Monday they did like family style meals like that.
We would go up to Bentley's up in Maine. We stay up there. They got a campground. It's a biker bar place. Pretty cool place. But for $24 you could get a twin lobster dinner with steamers and corn on the cob and that. I don't know if the price, I'm sure the price has changed.
Right.
It's been a couple of years since
Especially with the
I've been
steamers.
up there. But yeah, you get the whole kind of a clam bake, not really, but 2 twin lobsters, £1.25 lobsters, the steamers and the corn.
Lobster roll and toasted hot dog, cheap.
Yeah, toasted. Gotta be toasted.
And yeah, like I said, anything you can do in life, you can do with a lobster roll in your hand.
Right? Yep. All right, what do you got?
All right, I'm gonna go with everybody's favorite peanut butter and jelly.
Ah, it's on my list.
Well, how could it not be?
Big tall glass of cold milk and a PB&J.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Or-
Oh.
How about a fluffernutter?
See, is
Yeah,
that a New
Fluffernutter.
England thing?
Yes.
Well, fluff was
Fluffernutter?
made here in New England. They
It is
can
the
get
New
it in other parts of the country, and they do fluffernutters, but I don't know if a lot of people really know about fluffernutters unless you're from New England.
You have to have a beverage. You can't eat a fluffernutter without
Milk.
some
It's
type of
usually
liquid.
milk, a
It's usually
cold
milk,
glass of milk,
but you can't.
or soda.
You can't go dry on a fluffernutter.
I mean, peanut butter with beer and stuff. Yeah, it's not really doesn't really make it. But
like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you could chew one of those down with no beverage because the jelly's in
yeah,
there.
the jelly gives it the
jelly given enough,
smooth,
yes,
smooth and
viscosity.
yeah, lubricates it.
My cousin lives in Tennessee, and they don't have fluffernutters down there.
No, there's some places in the country where they can get fluff, but That's made here in New England, and a Fluffernutter is basically New England. My friend in Tennessee, Kenny, he lives in North Carolina now, but he didn't know what a Fluffernutter was. In fact, I've yet
Feel
to.
bad.
I tried sending him some fluff, and the porch pirate stole the package. So
Oh,
I got to send him down.
send him down some more fluff.
Some more fluff, so he can make himself.
Make himself a fluffer butter, another butter.
Mm.
How about this sandwich? It's kind of like breakfast, but it's not. It's a Monte Cristo.
Ooh.
They make a ham and cheese,
Ooh.
really ham and Swiss, and or ham and cheese. I've seen
And
with
then you
American.
deep fry the whole sandwich, right?
You dip it in egg batter and then fry it.
Yep.
And then up here, and it could be everywhere, but up here with the real maple syrup, you put a little bit of that over that sandwich, or you have it on the side for
You
dipping.
dip it, yeah,
Monte Cristo.
yeah. I like that. I
Yeah.
like the idea of that, the whole thing. Well, we did the bologna and cheese, so now let's go ahead and do ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese, another one on my list, brother.
Mm.
Ham and cheese goes together perfectly.
It's with yellow mustard, again, the best sandwich going.
And you can mix up your bread there, different types of bread if you like with your ham and cheese.
Yeah. You put it in a sub bread. You can white bread. I like a 12-grain bread.
I really like Russian rye bread,
Russian rye.
and ham and cheese is good on that.
Order up. Ham on rye.
Wow, I'm getting
Adam and
hungry.
Eve on a raft.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
What is it?
Adam and Eve on a raft?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
That's a
I'll look
good
it up.
question. Colleen, Mrs. Producer, look that up for us, will you? All right, I got two left on my list. One is a tuna fish sandwich.
Yeah.
Tuna fish sandwich
Tuna fish sandwich. Tins of tuna.
mixed with mayo. I like to put a little bit of sweet pickle relish in it, and
Oh,
then you get on the side some good potato chips. And sometimes I put the potato chips in the sandwich, so
Sure
you get
you
that
do.
crunch in there.
Sure you do.
Right? Who doesn't?
Everybody loves that trick.
I have the answer.
Okay, the answer is
The Adam and Eve on a Raft is a classic piece of American diner slang for 2 eggs poached or scrambled on toast.
there
two
you
eggs
go.
poached or
Adam
scrambled
and Eve on a
toast.
raft.
Adam and Eve on a raft.
It's so funny.
There you go. Diner talk.
There you
Diner
go.
talk.
All right, my list would not be complete without an Italian sub.
There you go. Italian submarine sandwich.
All them cold meats with oil and mayo,
Yes.
or just oil, or just mayo, whatever you like.
Oil vinegar.
I like
mayo
very light on the hots,
with Italian seasoning.
Mm.
and I like to get the mortadella in there
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the capicola,
Mhm.
Yep. The gabagool.
not just the hot.
They
ham
put the
or
gabagool in
the
there.
gabagoo. That's like, I love the way those people pronounce those words, gabagoo or rigotte.
Yeah.
It says ricotta on the labels.
Yeah.
but it's rigotte.
Yeah. I guess if you're a true Italian, you know that's what you grew up with that slang. So I got one last one on my list because some of them are
Yep.
matching yours. My last one is an egg salad sandwich.
Oh, yum.
Egg salad sandwich with just enough mayo in
And-
there.
Everybody in the cafeteria knows it when you take it out of your lunchbox.
Yep.
You got
That or the tuna fish
you got egg
sandwich. Right?
salad.
Yeah.
So
You got
good, though.
egg salad. So what's your favorite sandwich? Was it on our list or not? It may be. It's you like I said, it's strictly subjective. And it can be based on your demographic or geographic location, I guess, would be the term, because somewhere maybe they have a sandwich that you have in your area we don't get here in New England.
Like the El Diablo.
The El Diablo sandwich. That's right. What is it? Give me an El Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper and make it quick because I'm in a.
But he says it almost like with a T. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Yep. Because I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Who you chasing, Sheriff? And he's got the sandwich and he's talking to him with the
Jackie Gleason. The best. We talked about him last
Yeah,
week during the TV.
it'll probably come up again.
All right. There you go. So now it's time for this or that. This or that. All right, this or that, the portion of the show where we do, you know the game, this or that. Chickens or cow or whatever. So I got the list. It was my week to do this or that. Buddy Bob had it last week. So here we go. Chicken noodle or tomato.
They're both good.
They're both awesome.
I'm gonna go with tomato.
Yeah, I would. I
It
like
matches
tomato.
up so good with my grilled cheese from the last segment.
Right.
It does
Chicken
well with
noodle
tomato.
usually when I was home from school sick,
Yeah.
but tomato any other time with either a peanut butter sandwich for me or the grilled cheese.
Have you ever made your own tomato soup?
I
Yes.
have.
Is it easy?
Yeah, it's like making a sauce almost. Different ingredients to
They
accompany
make a
it,
ton
but,
of sauce, so I figured it.
yeah, tomato
Usually
soup.
shipped
I've
over
made
to
my
Mexican
own,
food.
and it's actually
we
come out
canned
pretty
it.
good. Yeah, we did,
We canned
and
it.
then we ate it all.
It was delicious.
Awesome.
Yeah, very good. All right, number 2, Camaro or Firebird.
Firebird.
Firebird. Yeah,
Firebird. Same car,
basically
same
the
underpinnings
car.
for the most part. Firebirds, I just thought the back ends of them always looked better.
Yeah, some of the
I like the formula, the one that said formula on the
formula.
back.
Yeah,
Formula Firebird.
Firebirds were really cool. My dad had a Firebird.
And it didn't have the
I had a
turbo
Firebird.
chicken on the hood like the Trans
Colleen
Am.
had a Firebird.
That's right.
Yeah,
And you didn't have to deal with the turbo chicken on the hood.
the
If you
turbo
got
chicken. Yeah,
The Trans Am.
Yeah,
The
if you had the
Formula
Formula,
Firebird
yeah.
was pretty much a Trans Am without all the
they
fancy.
made was it Camaro or the Firebird? No, Camaro I think was the Landau version.
Oh, the Landau roof. Yeah, that was called
Yeah.
the Berlinetta.
Yeah, Berlinetta. Yes,
Camaro Berlinetta.
All right, Frosty or Rudolph.
Oh. I'm going with Frosty because he's got a hat.
Yeah, he
And
was
I like,
cool.
and I like hats.
He actually sang songs and sort of danced around with no legs and stuff. I mean, Rudolph was cool because he could fly. But
And he had that red nose.
yeah, but he always talked like he had boogers in his nose. I don't know. And they both got their own song.
I like
But
the
Burl Ives, he
I like the Frosty cartoon better than the Rudolph one.
it was Burl Ives was the snowman in the
The
Rudolph.
Rudolph
Yeah.
one. Yeah, he wasn't Frosty. I can't remember who was the voice of Frosty. I almost want to say it was Buddy Hackett, but it was a voice.
No, Buddy
like
Hackett,
that.
I think, was told the story. Maybe.
Narrator.
Yeah, he like narrated it.
Mm.
If you know out there, let us know in the comments who was the voice of Frosty.
I'll be watching it soon.
Okay, you ready? Number 4, rock or reggae?
Rock.
Rock it is.
Love reggae.
This is some
but
cool reggae.
there's some great reggae.
But-
But rock.
Mm.
I want to rock.
My heart and soul is rock, right? Okay.
Wouldn't it be cool to have hair like Dee Snider just for a day?
No,
Not even for a day.
no,
Oh, man, I wouldn't want that for a day.
no,
Just like giant,
no.
walk around in public
Yeah,
for a
no,
day.
not for me. Elvis, that's some cool hair.
Yeah.
But the big giant bushed out blonde hair,
Yeah.
no, no.
Sammy had it too. Sammy Hagar had it this day.
He didn't
Pretty
know
much the same
nothing
hair.
like Dee Snider.
Well, he did it like if you look at like OU 812 that period, he had it
I
going
don't
on.
know. I'd have to see them side by side.
He was pretty close. He wasn't the same as T, but he's pretty close.
All right, kernel or cream corn?
Colonel.
Kernel corn.
Yeah. I like my corn on the cob most of the time, but yeah, kernels.
Well, if you're gonna go with the canned corn, do you like the kernel?
I
better
like
than
the
cream
kernels,
corn?
yeah. I use cream corn for cornbread.
Yeah, some people do, and they when you make corn chowder.
Yep.
Put the cream corn
Yep.
in there. Yeah. All right. New England or Manhattan?
Oh, clam chowder, New England. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or anything.
Manhattan is like tomato soup.
It's tomato
with
based. Yep,
clams in it.
yep. I've had it.
I have had it too.
It's not. It's
But
not.
if
same-
you go to a restaurant and you're going to order chowder,
right,
you're ordering clam chowder that's made in New England or it's New England style.
I would rather have like mussels marinara than Manhattan clam chowder.
Yeah.
That's now I'm hungry for some mussels.
I don't know if you guys can hear the dogs outside the room here.
I can't hear him.
We locked them out with a.
Lure, it's always
We
good
blocked
for-
them out with the baby gate, and they're not happy.
There you go.
It's okay. We're almost done here. All right, standard or automatic?
Oh, now,
Now then,
I mean, it has so much fun with a standard. Standard's way more useful.
right?
Yeah, I go standard.
Yeah.
You can slow yourself down with your engine, with your transmission. You don't have to use your brakes.
Standard was always better. Now
a little
that,
bit better in the snow. You have a little advantage.
but that poses another thing: is whether you got 3 on the tree or 4 on the floor.
Oh well,
I'd
Yeah.
rather have the 4 on the floor than the 3 on the tree.
me too. But if you've never driven a car that was 3 in the tree, it's
You
an
haven't
experience.
driven a car until you've driven
It's
one
an-
with
it's an
column
experience.
shift.
No, Hefty had a truck. Hefty had a truck. not
He
too
did
long-
recently.
A couple
He
of years ago,
redid
that was
one.
3 in the tree.
I learned to drive on a 68 or 69 Ford Falcon with 3 on the tree.
Yeah, we had a Dart that had 3 in the tree.
Had the six.
We had a Fury wagon too.
Fury wagon. Wow.
Plymouth Fury wagon that had a standard transmission. There.
My father owned 2 of those Falcons, and then my grandparents handed down to them a Dodge Dart that had 3 on the tree as well, and I drove that one as well as a youngin. All right, Hager or Lee Roth?
Oh, Sammy Hagar all day long, every day.
I'm with you. The diehard Halen fans are cursing us right now, but I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm gonna go with Sammy Hagar.
I'm a fan of the second act of Van Halen
Absolutely.
over the original band. But
Some good songs with David Lee Roth.
for sure. But
But-
Sammy was a more complete musician and a better vocalist.
I agree.
Better writer. I just felt everything was better with Sammy Hagar.
I agree. All right, a couple more. 2 more on the list. Ronnie James Dio or Ozzy?
Come on.
What do you mean, come
Why
on?
would you do that to a brother?
Ronnie James Dio or Ozzy? They both sang for Black Sabbath.
Yeah, they're both great singers, but they're different. They're not the same. They're different. I have to go with Ozzy.
You gotta pick one.
I gotta go with
You
Ozzy
go with
for,
Ozzy.
for now.
I
But I don't want to in any way discredit how awesome Ronnie James Dio is.
you're not discrediting anybody,
but
but you gotta
Come
pick
on,
one.
the Prince of Darkness. I take Ozzy.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would go with Ozzy too. And Ronnie James, I love. I liked him in Rainbow. I liked him as a solo artist. I liked him with Black Sabbath.
Sabbath. That was
You know, Mob Rules.
2 great albums. Heaven and Hell might be, as good as Ozzy was. Heaven and Hell might be their best record.
It could be. Yeah. All right. The last one on my list, which just has disappeared, is Marshall or Orange Amp.
Oh, they're close. They're both British sound. I have an Orange amp that I absolutely love and adore. So I'm gonna go with Orange.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
I'm gonna go with Mesa Boogie. No, I'm gonna go with the Marshall.
I get it, but I love my Orange.
You know, JCM 800
Yeah.
head with a half stack.
like
I'm
it.
not that familiar with Orange, although a lot of bands play them now. They made a resurgence about 10 years ago as amps, and they make a great amp. The one that you have is awesome. It's a great amp.
Yeah, it's got that British sound. I love playing it with nothing. just my guitar and the
Yeah.
amp.
Crank up the
That's-
gain on it.
Yeah. Oh man, and it just, yeah, it has that soul satisfying sound to it. But the Marshalls, though, the Marshalls are the same way. They have that plexi sound, or the JCM 800 series of 1000. Cam had a 1000.
Yeah, 1000 is good. I always go old school with an 800, 100 watts. Yeah, we got to fix your mic holder there.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Take the wrench to it. Take the pliers to it. So there you go.
There we have, ladies and
Practical
gentlemen.
Nonsense, episode 15. We'll see you next week, I guess. You got anything you want to add in before we go?
No.
No.
Love talking about sandwiches and
And pissing people off, I'm sure. I'm sure we didn't make a lot of friends, or some people
as
aren't
long as we
happy
didn't
with
piss
it.
anybody off about the sandwiches.
No.
You can be upset about the politics.
Look, and I really don't care if you're upset about the politics. It's my opinion, and it's where I stand.
and I'm
So.
sticking to it. Even when you're sitting.
All right, we'll see you next week, 11 a.m. next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye now.